Hey, didn't see you there. Welcome back to the joy of color painting and soon to be drawing. I'm your host, Jewbug Ross. Today I thought it would be a good idea. Now that I feel my skin tightening, I'm not sure just how good this idea is. So today I wanted to show you how to paint a rainbow in less than 15 minutes because that is the warning on the label of this mask that I should only have it on for 15 minutes. So that's the challenge. And I hope everyone's been doing whatever they need to do to stay sane. Something I read recently that made me feel good is that it's okay if during this time you're not thriving. You know, it's okay if during quarantine you're just simply surviving. And that I thought was very comforting. And now I cannot feel my face. Just kidding. A little bit of feeling. So, this is a beautiful photo by a photographer who I will link below of a rainbow. So let's just do it. Let's wing it. You know, it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be therapeutic, and it's a rainy day in New York today, so we're gonna make a rainbow. I'm really glad that we can be sort of, you know, getting more comfortable with each other as the episodes go on. It's important that we can really feel like we can be ourselves. So I'm gonna mix Permanent Rose, Brilliant Rose, which are my two favorite pinks, and a bunch of titanium white. In the rainbow there is a pink section, so let's just add that in, like right here. Didn't even know it. If your face is starting to tighten up, don't worry. We have plenty of time. The good news is, even with the face mask restricting my facial movement, I can still flare my nostrils. Is it working? And I love to use, as you know, my Chevening Blue Light. And I'm going to mix that with white. So I'm going to mix in some blue. If you were tuning into the episode of Cotton Candy Clouds, we had a moment that was sort of like a gender reveal, which, you know, we don't want. We want to bridge the gap between these colors. So also right here is where this sort of starts. So this can go down and just sort of blend that in. Now I'm going to go back in and bring the pink out a little more so we can blend that and create a really nice gradient fade. Gorgeous. A little bit more purple. Is my face still there? We're going to bridge the gap between the pink and the blue, and we're going to put in a green, yellow, orange type situation. I love a cadmium orange light. I'm smiling, can you tell? Dull that down with some white or else it's going to be like way too saturated. I'm going to mix in some yellow as well. I just want to lay in a very thin stripe. But now that feels too dark because the orange needs to be lighter. So I'm going to mix in some white and some really bright yellow. So usually the brightest yellow would be like a cadmium yellow or a lemon yellow. The lighting keeps changing in here and getting darker. I hope that you guys can still see. When times get dark, that's when you need the light, and that's when you need the rainbow. So next to the orange, I'm just putting in a thin stripe of this yellow. I'm still leaving a little bit of room before the blue because that's where we need a little stripe of green. Now I'm just going to keep going up and down and kind of blend that into the orange. Next I'm going to go back in with the blue that we started with and mix that with white. Reinforce that blue before we go in with the green. You just sort of blend every line you make. Then you'll have a sort of blurred effect, which is what I'm going for. The more you blend, the better the final result will come out. How's everyone doing over there? A face mask is not required for this exercise. It was just something I chose to do. Something I may be regretting now as I lose feeling in the surface of my cheeks. So I'm just going to go in with white. I'm going to use white as like the in-between to mix the blue and the yellow. And when you're blending, it's good to use white because it sort of lets you have a middle ground. And as I blend the blue into the yellow, what does blue and yellow make? Hint, the Grinch. Instead of me putting green in here, just having the yellow, the pure light yellow, and then the blue next to each other, continuously blending makes a really subtle, beautiful halfway point of the light green. And that's what you can see here. I mean, you probably can't see because you're all the way over there, but after I could, you know, show some detail. And basically just keep going up and down the rainbow. Rainbows remind me of Lucky Charms, and they remind me of a summer day when a rainstorm rolls through and you listen to the thunder in your backyard with your family. 30 minutes later it's gone and you go outside and it's pink, and there's rainbows. Sometimes you see a double rainbow. Now my rainbow is feeling very saturated. Basically every color you use, you should be adding a ton of white to. The first pink that I put down is this pink, and it's very dark now after adding in all the pastel colors. So we can continue to add white and blend that out just to make it a little bit more pastel-y and make all the colors uniform. Go over the pink with white, and that looks, you know, not right, and then we're just gonna blend. So I want to just continue to blend as much as we can. In these uncertain times, it is so important to practice gratitude, so I urge you every day to wake up and think of something that you're grateful for, something that you're excited that you get to do that day, someone you get to see, someone you get to talk to, call a friend. When you're grateful, you don't have room for other thoughts. So being in a state of gratitude is so important and so beneficial to everyone. Ooh, it's cute! So there's pink here and then there's blue here, and that little space where they meet is really beautiful, but we need more of that down here. So I'm going to add in some more blue and then go in with the pink. I'm grateful for my family, for my health, for Nicki Minaj dropping a remix to Doja Cat's Say So. Oh, that's nice. These colors are giving me a little bit of a Lisa Frank vibe. Not mad about it. It's important to step back from your work, squint, you know, tilt it around a little bit. So I'm going to do that. As I stepped back, I saw my own reflection in the mirror, and that was alarming. But also with the painting, what I saw was that I'm not loving this transition here. It feels very abrupt. Mixing that pink and sort of having it fade out, like, you know, add it there. That looks crazy, almost as crazy as me. But then we're going to blend that with the blue brush, which again, you can always just use one brush and wipe them off, which is what I've been doing, but I like to keep one brush for blue and one for pink. And this is so much about blurring, like just continuing to do windshield wiper motion so that when you look at the painting, you really see so many subtle transitions between your colors, which I love. I also find that the best brushes for blending are brushes that have really soft bristles. So make sure you take care of your brushes. I'm really bad at taking care of my brushes, except recently I discovered this product at Blick, which is a Winsor & Newton brush cleaner and restorer, and that's where I keep my brushes. You soak them in for an hour, or you can soak them for like 24 hours if your brush is really dry, and you just wipe it off, and it's a miracle product. Sponsor me. I'd like to make it clear that I'm available for sponsorships. I don't feel like I am obligated to tell you what's in this cup. How much time are we at? I thought you were counting. Oh no. Something that I noticed in the beginning is that the bottom of this gradient on the pink side is warmer, but I'm just adding in that yellowy orange, which is gonna brighten up this whole thing. And we are almost done. And when you feel like your blending looks great, or even if you have brush strokes in there and you like that style, and you feel like you step back and you're like, that is a rainbow, the pot of gold is within myself. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so I'm going in with this brush which has nothing on it. And I'm just gonna blend. Also, if your rainbow's a little wonky, like mine's not perfectly, that's fine. If you're an oil painter and you have tubes of paint like this, and you think, oh, there's not any left, I got this on Amazon. You know, it's great for toothpaste, but it's even better for oil paint because you crank it. Come on, you're embarrassing me. Crank it and the paint comes right out. And that's up here where we had the purple section. And let's just fade it down. What do you guys think? Are we done? This is my rainbow. Thank you guys so much for watching. I need to go wash this off my face because I'm smiling right now real big, and I bet that's not translating. If I could leave you with one thing, it would be, if you can't see the light, be the light. You know, try to do something for someone else and spread the light. Keep creating. The world needs art right now. You're doing great. Am I moving? Thank you so much for watching. Over 200 subscribers. Thank you to each and every one of you. I really appreciate the support. Seeing everyone make their paintings or be inspired, I see your messages and it lifts me more than you know. So thank you so much for sharing that with me. And leave a comment of what you'd like to see next, and I'll see you next time.